Christian wants to know, I am an infielder and I'm trying out for the Frontier League in April. Do you have any tips that could make me stand out or anything? Thank you. Christian, first of all, congrats on a tryout for Indie Ball. Second of all, I said the same thing back in 2022 when we were hosting some tryouts with the Boulders, and I would talk to those guys. Like, the reality of it is most of those Indie Ball tryouts, they're just ways to get money. That's just the reality of it, right? Like, Indie Ball teams need ways to get money, so they host those tryouts and people pay to go try out. Now, as a player, like, you could sit there and complain about the tryout being, you know, whatever, but at the same time, like, it is a tryout, and there has been opportunities where guys gotten signed out of those tryouts even though there was no plans or whatever, like, you know. So I would say don't try to be anyone that you're not, right? Like, guys go to these tryouts that's like a weekend event, or like a showcase that's like a weekend event, and, you know, they know that they have to do all these like things to accomplish the goal of getting signed, or like whatever the case may be, and they go out there and they just completely get out of what makes them who they are as a player. And I think that gets you into a very uncomfortable position and you don't perform as well. So I know it's easier said than done, but just go out there and be the guy that you have been. Don't try to do too much. I know, again, it's so easier said than done, but like, don't try to do too much in those particular showcases, you know, especially like an Indie Ball tryout, where, I mean, can you imagine how many guys are going to those tryouts, like, trying so hard to do well? And guys can see that, like, coaches can see that. And I think there is something to just the naked eye of just observing guys in tryouts, and you can just see the way that there's some people that just carry themselves differently. They just walk around differently, they dab guys up differently, like, they just approach the game differently. And I can't really go into specifics on what that actually looks like in real time, but there's just something that's different. And I think it's a testament to someone's confidence, their internal conviction in themselves. And that stuff is what I would say is the biggest component to acting the part, or to being somebody that is impressive in those particular events. Again, I know it's so easier said than done just to walk into a tryout like that and just be like, oh, super confident and convicted, you know. But I would say the way you carry yourself is a direct correlation to how much internal confidence and conviction you have, and I think that's the stuff that's contagious. And obviously being a good teammate, dude. Like, I know it's probably pretty cliche because you could be a total a-hole and go to these showcases or tryouts and, you know, you go 10 for 10 with 9 homers and, like, you're probably going to get the job. So it's not necessarily like your personality or the way you treat your teammates. It's not necessarily going to be the make or break, but, like, I would just say the biggest tip is probably just be yourself. Don't try to be anyone that you're not. Play hard. Don't take it for granted. Don't show anyone up. Treat everyone with respect. Shake people's hands hard and have fun, dude. Like, be infectious, right? I'm such a believer in energies, and every single one of us has a unique ability to bring a specific energy to any environment. If you're trying out for baseball at a professional level, whether it be a Frontier League, you know, Major League Baseball, who cares? Like, I think the way you carry yourself and the energy you bring and how people feed off that is a huge role too. And on top of everything from that side, it's like, it doesn't hurt to show out, you know, like, play really good, you know, hit a few barrels. Like, those are somewhat uncontrollable performance-based things, but it goes without saying that those are going to help, right?